everyone. Welcome to another episode of the How Long to Beat podcast. This is the second to last
hmm
episode. Yeah, second to last episode of season 3. So today I'm joined as always by my co-host, the one and only Avatar, aka Josh.
What's up, everybody?
And we are gonna talk the one game Josh has featured today. We'll talk about the games that we've been playing. And surprise, surprise, no one has retired or anything. So let's see if we can bring this streak. Oh, no. Well then, it seems I
I
need to eat
kind of
my
might
words.
have, yeah, and I forgot to put it
Yeah.
on our list.
God damn it, Josh. We had a thing going on here.
I
This
know,
is
I'm
why we
sorry.
can have nice things.
It's for the best reason though, but I'll get to it later.
Well, then, we'll be talking about the one game he has retired and the games we've been playing. And for our discussion topic, we decided to mix it up a little bit, and mainly because we realized that each of us won a guessing game round or like a guessing game chapter. I don't know, and
Round is fine.
we are gonna do the tiebreaker right here, right now. Well, not
hmm
right now, but in this episode. And that would
Doing
be it.
multiple guesses all in the same
Yeah,
episode to see who is the champion of the guessing game, because we're one each at the moment. So before we finish off the season, we've got to make a decider.
pretty much. Oh, so this is gonna be interesting. Well then, Josh, take it away with that one completion.
So, this is kind of a theme for this week for me. I actually looked at Game Pass for the first time in probably a month and realized that a game that I'd started called Atomic Heart, which everyone's probably heard of, was about to leave Game Pass. So, end of the month, by the time this podcast comes out, it's probably gone. So I thought, hey, I want to finish that. I started playing it. I'm still invested, but I just hadn't got around to it. So I've been like concentrating on finishing that game in particular. Because as it turns out, I was about halfway through and I needed another 6 or so hours to get through to the end, which I did. And I finished it and I completed it. And there's also a couple of endings which I completed both because, well, ultimately one of them requires you doing nothing and the other one actually has stuff to do. So I did the nothing one first by default because I just basically took too long to make a decision. And then the second one, you actually go and do the big boss fight and all that kind of thing. So for anyone who doesn't know, Atomic Heart is a game that reminds me a lot of something like a BioShock or something like that. It's a dystopian future that's set in the past. So it's like a retro future where you play as an agent who is part of the Soviet Union, which has not fallen. And it's set in about the 1950s or something around there. But technology has boomed because humans have found this substance called polymer, which is like a goo that kind of helps robots function and automatons kind of work and all that kind of thing. It's like a super a super substance that kind of just says, oh, this is why we can do all the sci-fi shit and, you know, why the Soviet Union is prospering. And so you as an agent are there doing stuff, and your mob that you work for, who basically invented all of this stuff, are rolling out this new program where you can get like a brain implant so that you can control robots with your mind. And, you know, because they do all the menial jobs and all that kind of thing. And the pitch is that if society has these brain implants to control all the automatons to do all the shit jobs, we can sit around and do all the cool stuff like, you know, make art and talk philosophy and, you know, all that kind of shit, instead of like building things and making roads and, you know, chopping down trees or whatever. However, very
Funny,
quickly into the game, you
kind of
realize
fun.
that...
Sorry,
No, go on.
kind of funny. Like AI is going like the other way around over here.
Yeah.
I
I wonder
just
if... Yeah.
don't mind me. I'm just sipping tea.
Quite literally. Um, So yeah, lo and behold, not long after the game starts, all the robots go haywire and they basically turn into combat mode and start attacking people and just killing everybody. Like literally, there's like bodies everywhere. Everyone's dead. It's just rogue robots and you and a few other key people. And you basically go on a journey through a semi-open world kind of game to discover what's going on and control the people who may have caused this, and or then there's some twists and turns and there's some ulterior motives, and it's an interesting story if not told very well, because it's kind of, there's a lot of cool stuff about this game, and the world building is awesome. You can tell there was a really great vision for the story and for the game itself, but there's a big hairy butt in the way, which which is essentially down to the writing, I think, because it's not that it's bad, it's just that it doesn't make sense sometimes. And I found I had a lot of experiences of complete dissonance with what I'm seeing in the game and what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking as I play the game. So it was quite jarring in a lot of places, especially sometimes cutscenes would cut in. And for the first half of the game, I didn't even realize that my character was in the cutscene, because you're playing in first person the whole time. And then it cuts to a cutscene where you're not viewing it from first person, you're viewing it from a third person, and your dude is in there talking with all these other dudes who weren't there before either. So you're like, which one's my dude? And I'm not really sure who I am in this whole piece. Plus, you are literally an agent of the Soviet Union, but you have the most American voice and attitude. I think I've mentioned it before. He's a real kind of, I'm going to kill these fucking robots kind of character. Like, it's like he's trying his best Duke Nukem, but he's meant to be like a Soviet agent. And I
Oh
know
my God.
I don't want bad Russian accents or anything, but it would be nicer to have something a little bit more authentic, I think. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd never really gelled with it. And the character as well, it kind of half gets explained. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but he has such an aggressive reaction towards things. Like, someone might just say something offhand and he'll just start yelling at them and go, no, that's fucking shit. And he swears a lot and things, and no one else in the game does. And it just feels really weird. But having said that, that's kind of stuff where I don't want to get too deep on it because of spoilers and all that kind of thing, because the story does kind of go in a few kinky ways, even though it's pretty predictable. And, you know,
Is interesting choice of words.
I should clarify. When I say kinking, I don't necessarily mean sexual. It's just kinks in
But
the path.
yeah, don't mind me. My brain is just
No, my
corrupted at
friend.
this point.
It's one of those things that like people in my friends group say, so we forget that other people might not take it the way that we intend it, because yeah, obviously there's a lot of connotations with the word kinky. But anyway, it takes a few twists and turns here and there, and it pulls the rug out from under you a couple of times. And there's some really, really cool ideas in the story, which I'd love to talk about if I wasn't spoiling stuff, but I really don't want to, because if anyone does play it and is interested, there's some cool stuff to uncover, and there's a few moments where you're kind of like, oh, wow, that's a really cool idea, but none of them are really executed perfectly, and you kind of go, that's a really cool idea. I wish they'd do a little bit more with that, or I wish they'd actually tie that little knot around that one and, you know, actually tell us where it's going or where it went. So it's a little bit disappointing in that sense. However, the gameplay is good because it's, you know, first-person shooter. There's some interesting weapons and stuff, because you do have some fictional weapons as well as realistic weapons like shotguns and machine guns and all that kind of thing. Every weapon has upgrades, and you can put canisters on them to give them like elemental properties, such as like they can shock things or burn things or freeze things, that sort of stuff. You also can unlock powers for yourself where you can kind of freeze time in an area, perhaps, or you can like freeze people or burn them and stuff. Kind of reminds me of Bioshock in that sense. But then you're fighting all these robots and stuff, and The cool bit are basically the boss fights. For me, they were really cool because you've fought these massive robots in interesting scenarios and with interesting movesets and that sort of thing. Like, there's one bit where you're on a beach and there's a dead whale and a huge robot kind of bursts out of the inside of the whale and you fight them on the beach. And yeah, it's just fun. There's another one where you're like in a theater and there's all these like robot audience members kind of zooming around and cheering you on, but they're kind of dangers in themselves. Like, they create a wall because they're zooming around you. And so you're fighting someone in the middle of that and it's like a boxing arena almost. But yeah, ultimately, it's not the kind of game I'd say you have to rush out and play, but it is the kind of game that if you are into things like BioShock, I keep referring to it, but that's the closest analog I can come to. But yeah, if you're into stuff like that and you like that kind of tone, I suppose, then it's worth checking out, especially if you pick it up cheaply or, you know, like I did on Game Pass, even though it's left Game Pass now. But yeah, when you pick it up in a year or two and it's on special for like $5, I'd definitely say go play it because it's a fun first-person shooter. There's some good stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff which is a little bit whatever. But ultimately it comes out in a net positive. So, you know, and it's about 15, 16 hours to finish. Well, that's how long it took me anyway. I didn't do a lot of exploration. Like, there are parts where you can really get stuck into exploration and doing extra stuff. But I kind of mainlined it to the end, mostly because I just wanted to finish it and see where the story went. So, yeah, I think you can take a lot longer, but you can get it done in about 15 hours if you wish. So, yeah, that's Atomic Heart. Good game, not great, whatever. I did, in the same process of looking at Game Pass for the first time in a while, I did end up officially retiring High on Life, which is the second in the Rick and Morty creators games, if you know what they are. The first one was Trover Saves the Universe, and this one, High on Life, is like, it's a first-person shooter again, but all the weapons talk to you because they're like alien weapons.
Excuse me?
Yeah. So every weapon you pick up has a personality and talks to you and, you know, commentates as you go kind of thing and tells the story and kind of helps you out.
So it's like the one gun on Cyberpunk meetings, but with every weapon.
Kind of, yeah, but these ones have faces and things as well. And like,
Oh, not weird at all. Beautiful.
yeah, they're very cartoony and stuff. Or like, there's a knife that you get who's just like, whenever you pull him out, he's like, yeah, come on, let's stab stuff. Come on, let's do it. Like, it's very Rick and Morty kind of stuff. If you like that humor, you will like this game. If you don't, you'll fucking hate this game. So keep that in mind because it's very, very Rick and Morty sort of humor. And they even had to introduce a patch due to player feedback where you now have the option to stop the weapons talking as much as they used to. So on launch, every time you've got a weapon out, which is pretty much all the time, it would sit there chatting to you the whole time and making jokes and being very kind of Rick and Morty. But now there's an option in the settings where you can actually make them talk less because people were getting so annoyed by it that they complained online in big numbers, which, I don't know. I can see how you could get annoyed by it, but at the end of the day, this is the kind of game that you're playing, and what did you think was going to happen, you know? So, you know, long story short, it's a good game. It's fun. I would have liked to have finished it, but it has already left Game Pass. But I went to essentially see if I still had it on there to go and finish off, but it looks like it's already gone anyway, and I'm not going to buy it. It's not good enough to buy, but it would have been good enough to finish if it was still on Game Pass. So,
Thanks.
I think I kind of did make it through most of the game from what I understand, but yeah, it didn't, I just didn't get to the end, and I would have liked to have. So I retired it more out of just necessity than want, but I wasn't about to go pay full price for it either. So, you know, them's the breaks. So yeah, that's my retirement to break the streak. But other than that, it's been good finishing Atomic Heart and actually seeing what's on Game Pass, which I may talk about later as well. So before that though, Paula, I pass you the baton. Let us know what you've been playing lately.
Okay, so there's a bunch of different stuff. I've mostly been playing PokeRogue, more on that later. I played a little bit of Pokemon Scarlet because, first of all, I think I've said this before, but I'm like the administrator of the Pokemon community at our uni. So I need to kind of like kick things into shape and start like doing events and shit like that. And it
Nice.
seems like we have some people interested into playing VGC, which is like the format that we play like for the games. So TCG is the trading card game. Go well is Go Pokemon Go. There's a section for Pokemon Unite, and BGC is like the current rule format for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games. First of all, there was recently the championship of like the Pokemon Championships. Funnily enough, the TCG champion is a Chilean.
Cool.
Though, and also I know two people that participated on Go and BCG respectively. And the one that participated on BCG has a sister, and that sister is my other friend. So she pretty much like sent me like a lot of codes and digital stuff for me to distribute and sell. So we made quite a profit with that. And
Nice.
there was a code for a Pokemon Gold Teeny with the move Celebrate and a couple of things that were like, hey, this is a Pokemon that you receive for the World Championship. Um, so I went and redeemed mine, and then I started like checking, like, hey, I should probably like make another team so I can help people like get into VTC in my community. It's kind of well now because the last time I like made like a team specifically for um regulation. Actually, I'm looking. I'm like googling this because, of course, I couldn't do this beforehand. Uh, yeah, I would love that we have like the full list of all the regulations there. But anyway, oh no, actually, we have those. Well, holy crap! It seems like the last time I played, it was for oh, not even regulation D. Holy crap! It was probably like regulation like B or C whenever like they included like the paradox Pokemon. So at that point in time, there wasn't like support with Pokemon Home for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So there were like a lot of Pokemon moves and abilities that weren't like quite obtainable in the game yet. And at that point, the like literally the most powerful Pokemon that you could get were either like the paradox Pokemon that were like the past or future versions of some Pokemon, and those were like
Mhm.
pseudo legendaries. I'm gonna say. I think I got to play a little bit. Yeah, I did get to play the regulation. I'm gonna say C, where they included like the um Beast of Ruin, we think is their called. And those are like the four legendary Pokemon from the game that are like the main like the box legendary. They have abilities that either that pretty much like lower, I don't know, special attack, special defense, attacker defense. I think there were for all Pokemon in the field. And my
Mhm.
team was built to deal with that, and was quite specifically built to deal with that kind of with those shenanigans. Uh, but now, as of now, we're on regulation set G. I think methinks. Yeah, I think we're in regulation set G, and that's the one that also got used for the championships. And the thing is that with the DLCs, we got extra Pokemon added into the Pokédex. With Pokemon Home, we now have access to legendaries from previous games and other Pokemon from previous games.
Mhm.
And also, this is what is called a restricted format. And that means there are like a bunch of legendary Pokemon that are usually and restricted. That means you are not um, able to use them on regular play because they may or may not advance things. Um, but this format allows you to use one Pokemon from the restricted list. And that means the power level kind of like goes all over the place. And there's like weird shenanigans going on. Like I don't know, like how the scene is right now. But for example, I remember, I think it was Sword and Shield. Yeah, we have like weather battles pretty much, and things got quite wild. Not gonna lie. Uh, so I don't know how the scene is now. So I should probably like start battling and build a new team from the ground up because no way in hell my poor Ampharos is gonna survive a battle with that legendary. Or I don't know, maybe he could, but I don't have much faith here. So that's all to
Nice.
say that I'm playing Pokemon Scarlet because I'm returning to VGC after. But like I'm probably like trying to return like more seriously after I don't know how many years have passed since X and Y when I used to go to events to try to get points. I never got into the championship, but it was quite fun. Anyway,
Cool.
with that out of the way, I also been playing PokeRogue. I did my best to try to finish this one for today, but Aaron Jesus does not love me, and also I made a couple of mistakes. So I think the run that I was going through during our last recording, well, it pretty much died because um, at floor 115, the team Aquabos Archie demolished me. So I attempted, uh, I'm not gonna say like each run, but I think I did like 2 to 3 runs. Yeah, and the last run that I lost, and that was on the 27th, and that means it was on today is 30. Today's,
Mhm.
what day was that? Tuesday. Okay, so I was happily playing on Tuesday. I went up until floor 145, and that's like
Wow.
the one of the harder battles because you're battling against your rival and it has a fucking, um Mega Rayquaza or whatever Rayquaza. No, Rayquaza. Yeah, it was a shiny Rayquaza. Whatever. And I couldn't do anything. Like the one Pokemon that was able to stop Rayquaza missed, fucking missed twice. And then it went downhill from there pretty much. So I'm currently in a new run. I got Eevee. I'm so happy. I got Eevee, and I'm specifically waiting to evolve it into Glaceon because that's a nice type Pokemon and is able to put a big dent into Rayquaza's defenses. So
Cool.
I hope this works out. And also, I'm trying out a couple of Pokemon over here, though I'm not quite sure because right now I ended up like dropping Sprigatito because I realized Sprigatito, even though it was very good on early, after floor 100 started to struggle a little bit, mainly because of how paper thin its poor defenses were. So I ended up resorting to ringing again Hoppip. Uh, first of all, because it was a shiny Hoppip, so I could reroll or like have a chance to reroll some items or the rarity of some items. And I managed to unlock its passive ability. Oh, in PokeRogue, as you battle Pokemon and capture Pokemon and do certain actions, you get candies for each Pokemon. And you have enough
Cool.
of them. You can either like lower the cost or unlock like a passive ability and other things like that. And you can now also like buy an egg for a chance to unlock the hidden ability, which up until now was very hard to obtain. Um, so Hoppip's hidden like passive ability here is Fluffy, and that means it's any move that makes contact with it gets its damage half, which is
Ooh.
very nice. But if you try to burn it, it pretty much like gets the damage doubled. And to be fair, that doesn't matter because it is already a grass type. So yeah, flamethrower is not gonna do any favors already. So might as well give it an advantage against physical moves.
Mm.
Then I have Frillish, who has served me well in the past runs. Frillish is a ghost water type and gets access to two interesting water type moves, one of which is Water Spout, that it has like a very high power ceiling, but it goes lower the lower it Frillish HP is.
Right.
But it also gets access to another move, which I forgot the name of, which once if Frillish current HP is half or less of its maximum HP, it gets double damage. Like its attack
Cool.
power gets double. So I got like kind of like both ends of the spectrum like
Mm.
cover there. It has also like a move that I forgot the name of, but if the Pokemon has a status condition such as being burned, paralyzed, sleep, etc., the power is double, and it is a ghost type move, and it has a chance to burn. So if I didn't already like poison burn or whatever the other Pokemon, I have a chance to do it, and it has served me quite well. Not gonna lie. Well, and Frillish is quite bulky, so it is the tank of the team, and hits like a truck. So it is beautiful for me. The third Pokemon that has become a staple of the team is Voltorb, partly because of its shininess, but also because of how fast it is. Even though it's not like the most hard hitting Pokemon, it is very quick. So it has really helped me in a bit when at a certain point when I need like to just finish off the job. Like there's like a Pokemon with very few HP, like very low HP, and I have to kill it. And the last one is a fairy type that I've been trying, but it hasn't like worked out really well right now. Which is Milcery, and that is one of the newer Pokemon, I think, from Sword and Shield. And I don't know what its deal is yet. So yeah. So on my last run, that it is still going on. I barely squeaked by floor 55, and that's where more or less where I stopped. Um, Mainly because I had to do other things at the moment, and also I was so scared to go into a battle because silly me, I forgot to heal my Pokemon after that battle, and I only have like one Pokemon like that is conscious and able to fight. So yeah, I've been putting it off like a little bit.
Yeah.
And finally, so I can stop boring you with Pokemon. And this is a new game that came out like quite recently, and that is Fields of Mistria.
I recognize
Um,
the name.
it's kind of like I'm gonna say Story of Seasons, Stardew Valley slash um Harvest Moon kind of game. It has some
Okay, yep.
key differences. Well, first of all, in Fields of Mistria, instead of inheriting like your grandfather's farm, this is more of a fantasy setting. So the I guess like the not prince and princess because they're like the the son and the daughter of the baron, I think,
Right.
of Mistria, are trying their best to make Mistria great again in a way, because it was like very recently hit by an earthquake. They are lagging hands because a lot of people like fled because living conditions were not the best. Now they're trying like to bring more hands into Mistria so they can help rebuild it. So in the end, they decided to offer the plot of land the abandoned farm on the south of Mistria in exchange for you helping them. So the character is not a farmer by any means. They're an adventurer. I name mine Lisette, and I love the aesthetic of this game. Like even though like the um I guess like the top down nature of it or like how it looks like generally it's quite resembling of Stardew Valley.
I'm looking at
Um
their Steam page right now, and it looks exactly like Stardew Valley to me.
yeah, like it does have like some difference aesthetically wise. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's very much like Stardew Valley. But the portraits, instead of being like the little box thing with the face of the character, they are heavily inspired like by 90s anime, and they had like that aesthetic. Like think about
Mm,
Sailor Moon, maybe Inuyasha a little bit, but not like I guess not the anime, but the manga. But yeah, it has like that vibe going on.
yeah.
So I guess it's kind of like trying to catch that demographic of players, and it has successfully done so for me. Um, and this one was brought to my attention by a friend because she wanted to play it, and she said like, "Hey, the new Stardew Valley like game is here, and I love how it looks." And she showed it to me, and since it's actually like her birthday today, so I give her a copy of the game via Steam, and
Nice.
then I bought one for myself because it was like, okay, let's comment this together. Um,
Awesome.
a thing you can do in Fields of Mistria that you can't do in Stardew Valley is jump. Like you think that's quite silly. It probably is, but I'm quite interested on how it affects gameplay and exploration.
Mm, mm,
Because it is made quite apparent that you are able like to fight from the get go. Like you have your sword because again you're an adventurer. So I wonder if jumping is gonna do like anything like with dungeon crawling and stuff like that.
mm. Well, interestingly, in one of the screenshots, there's a bit where they're obviously underground, but there's like a gap.
Hmm.
So you must have to like jump gaps and things to get around.
Yeah, you can also like jump over stones and obstacles and even over furniture in general.
Mm,
And the movement of the character is also like quite like you're quite more mobile than in Stardew Valley. So I wonder if there's a bigger emphasis on like exploring around, or at the very least like going back and forth, checking with the logos and stuff like that. Which by the way, in the process of meeting everyone in Mistria. And it's kind of funny because like just as in Stardew Valley and in Story of Seasons and other games of that genre, you're able like to marry one of the bachelors of your choosing, and they've gone like out of the way like to make each character as distinct as possible in a way, which is
mhm.
very nice because you see like characters that you wouldn't normally see in this kind of game. On the aesthetic again, it brings me back. Like it is nostalgia galore, and I'm very happy about it. The other thing that I haven't yet checked, it seems that you're able to use magic instead of some tools. Uh, for example, I saw in a trailer that instead of using like the better watering can like in Stardew Valley, you have like a staff or something, and you're able like to water like a patch of land. There's also a bigger emphasis on keeping your trees, since from the get go you're able to check them and get stuff from them. It seems
Cool.
that you can also catch bugs and stuff like that because I've already seen a net. I'm not able to use it yet. But once I was like checking all the trees here, and not only I got quite a bit of acorns, there were like some worms and other bugs like crawling after the fact. So yeah, right now like it looks well, it looks like Stardew Valley, as you said, but it still somehow has its own charm, mainly because of
Yeah.
the fantasy setting. I think it's more like a medieval fantasy setting rather like a more, I guess, modern-ish look that Stardew Valley goes for.
Hmm.
So yeah, uh, yeah, that's all that I've been playing.
Cool.
How about you? You've been chilling, I guess.
Yeah. So there's this game called Coloring Pixels, which is a free game, and it's basically a paint by numbers kind of coloring in game
Yeah.
where all you do is you select the number of the color you want to paint. So say number 2, and then on the picture that you've got in front of you, you fill in all the number 2s with that color, and then you move on to the next one. And what you end up is a completed picture that's been colored in, and it's usually a pixel art style, and that's that. So it's very, very laid back and chill, and probably some people might argue not a game, but you know, it's coloring in pictures. They recently had an anniversary of some level, and all their DLC went on sale. So I bought it all because I felt like it. Because I'd played all the free stuff, of which there's a fair amount. Like you can get, I think it took me about almost 100 hours, perhaps, just to get through all the free stuff. But
Yeah.
the DLC, there's like a shitload, and it basically adds more pictures for you to color in, essentially. And so there's a bunch of different categories. Like at the moment, I'm working my way through the space category. And in each category, there are pictures of different sizes with different amounts of colors. So, there's little ones which are quick and easy. There's big ones which take a while. Like they can take hours each. You just plug away, coloring in each picture. And, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to say about it other than that. I was just in the mood to do some coloring in. And you know what? I've been spending a lot of time doing that in the last couple of weeks because I've also been working a lot IRL. So I haven't really been bothered doing much else other than coloring in some pixels on a game.
Yeah, I've seen you like over on Discord since it shows what you've been playing.
Yeah.
And every single time you're playing Color and Pixels, which I approve because I actually played it way back in 2020. And I put a good 73 to 74 hours in it. And now that I'm
Yeah.
looking at, yeah, the amount of achievements for the game, since it counts like the ones for DLC,
Mm.
have grown
Basically,
exponentially.
there's an achievement for every picture you finish.
Yeah.
So every time you finish a picture, you get an achievement. But I've now got hundreds of pictures to finish because I bought all the DLC. But
Good luck,
yeah,
soldier.
it's like it's just one of those games. It's not something I'd necessarily say every gamer needs to check out. I was just in the mood for it, and it's been filling a need for me. Just totally switching off and doing something fairly simple but it's nice seeing it all come together. Because one of the cool things is once you finish each picture, you get an animation of what you colored in the same order that you did it. So
Mhm.
it's like a little
Yeah, I
gif
love
of what
that.
you've done. Yeah. And that's cool because it's just fun to see how you've done it. And because sometimes, if you want to change it up, you can approach it differently. Like a lot of them, you have to zoom in a bit, so you're not going to see the whole picture at once. So maybe you do just a little section at a time and you do all the colors in that section and then move on to another section and do all the colors in that section. Maybe you just stick to one color and you go through the entire image doing just that one color until all that color's filled out, and it tells you when how many squares are left of that color.
Dude,
Or,
I'm looking at the bundle, and
yeah,
those are 71 books of DLC.
yeah,
Holy crap.
yeah. Hence why I think I've already thrown like 50 hours at it in the last fortnight. Just basically whenever, and it's one of those games as well, like I'm not really counting the time as such, because I've just got it open. Like I turn on my computer and I turn on coloring pixels. And then while I'm doing stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do a little bit of coloring, and then I'll get distracted and do something else. And then I'll come back and do a little bit more coloring. And,
Yeah.
I'm just so in the mood for something that chill. On the other end of the spectrum, don't have much to say about it. Still playing WRC 8. It is interesting how these sorts of serial games do change from game to game, like I've mentioned before, and how this one is, the more I play it, the more it's very much like WRC 9. And it's a big jump from WRC 7 to 8, but then from 8 to 9 is like minimal. In fact, it feels like there's no jump at all, because much like going from 6 to 7, it felt like not really anything had changed. But going from 7 to 8 is like a huge change because there's so many more
Oh.
systems and everything. But it's still fun. It's a good rally game. Overall, the WRC series I'm digging, and looking forward to, I'm hoping when I get to WRC 10, it's another second game. So maybe it's like a big jump from WRC 9 somehow. I'm not sure what else they'd add, but anyway. Part of looking at Game Pass again reminded me that I hadn't finished Wolong Fallen Dynasty, which is a bit of a Souls-like kind of game, but set in like a Three Kingdoms era China sort of deal. I've been plugging away at it ages ago and just never really got around to finishing it. Part of why I was looking at this as well is because a while ago I upgraded my computer and got a whole new lot of hardware and stuff, so I didn't have everything installed that I used to have. So something like Wolong, I didn't end up reinstalling it because I had installed Atomic Heart. But once I'd finished Atomic Heart, that was like 90 gig I'd freed up because it was a huge game. So I'm like, oh, cool, I can download something else and finish it off. And Wolong was that game. So, yeah. Not really much else to say about that though either, because it's still fun. It's good. If you're into Souls likes, it's worth checking out. It's no Lies of P, but it's good. It's an interesting take on the whole Souls like shit thing, So yeah. Additionally, I I have it here just to mention it because I thought it was interesting as a computer nerd. But I haven't. I've watched the intro and I've accepted the end user license agreement about 5 times, and I've set the gamma, and that's about it, on the new Lords of the Fallen game, which is also on Game Pass. Hence, I thought I'd try it out. But I since have found out that Unreal Engine 5 games, such as Lords of the Fallen, have issues with Intel 13th generation processors, such as the 13900K that I have, which is a great processor, very powerful, but I've been learning more and more about it since I got it, and apparently it's quite unstable. And for some
Because of
reason,
course.
yeah, for some reason, Unreal Engine 5 just doesn't like it because there's some like clock mismatches and some real, getting into some real nitty gritty hardware kind of stuff. But every time I tried to load Lords of the Fallen, it just crashed. And thankfully, very helpful crash box, like kudos to the developers. when it crashes, it says, "Do you want to be taken to a page to tell you how to fix this issue?" And I clicked yes, please. And there's a troubleshooting page that they've set up because it's a common issue for people with these processors to basically, you know, download an Intel overclocking tool that's an official tool and basically lowering the clock a little to acceptable levels so that it will be more stable and, you know, going back in and it should run. And I went back in and it did run. And so I'm looking forward to trying that out, even though I haven't started it yet. I'm sure I'll spend like an hour making my character as I do in all those things.
Of course.
So, you know, I've got that to look forward to. But it looks like a bit of fun. I don't know if it'll be good or anything, but it's on Game Pass, so I thought I'd give it a try. The other thing that I thought I'd give a try, because I don't know if I was talking about it on here, but I was definitely talking about it with some friends about whether Windows came with Minesweeper anymore. And it doesn't.
It
But I
doesn't.
love Minesweeper. I'm a big fan of Minesweeper. I've played the shit out of Minesweeper ever since like Windows 3.1. I've been a keen Minesweeper. I used to have competitions with my friend in school about getting the fastest time on each difficulty level.
Damn.
To the point, I think we had the very beginner's difficulty level at the smallest field. I think our best time was down to something like 6 seconds or something to clear the whole thing.
Ow.
That's how intense we were on my Minesweeper. So anyway, I thought, hey, I want to play some Minesweeper, but I don't want to have to go to a website because when you play it on a website, it's always a bit laggy, I find. And because I'm going for speed, because that's how I play it, I want it to respond really, really quickly to my quick clicks. So I thought, okay, I'll check out the Microsoft Store. Surely it's on there. And it is. There's an official Microsoft Minesweeper app that you can download. It is significantly underwhelming. It is not very inspiring or fun because not only are there ads on the right-hand side of the screen at all times, unless you pay the premium cost for Minesweeper, which I would argue belongs as a default app in Windows. To me, it's a selling point of Windows. So, you know, but it's even got like the way they've done it. I had to zoom in a level because it wasn't big enough for me to actually read the numbers easily. But by zooming in a level on the expert field, which is a large field, you have to actually scroll across the screen to get to the other parts of the field, which again is not speedrun friendly and is not good for, you know, trying to go quick. So I played like a few rounds of it and just went, this is balls, and uninstalled it. So I guess you could say I retired that, but I didn't because I just kind of played a few rounds and I completed each one. But then I just decided this is shit and I don't want to pay extra for it either. So I just want a good Minesweeper game that's responsive and works just like it did on Windows 3.1. And I even downloaded a few other different versions of Minesweeper that come up on the Microsoft Store, like third-party versions, and there's plenty of them. But none of them were very good. Like they all had flaws of some sort. Like one of them even, it basically played it for you, where you just kind of, you clicked on a number and it just revealed what that number was referring to, which kind of defeats the purpose of the whole bloody game. But anyway, I'm not explaining what Minesweeper is because if you don't know, Google it, but you should know. So although I guess now it's not part of Windows, maybe people don't know, but yeah, it's a great game. It's a really good game. Like to me, Minesweeper is like an absolute banger and just a really well designed, really well put together game in general. So I'm really disappointed that it's no longer like a standard good quality part of what you get with Windows. So that was disappointing. But that was the last thing I've really been playing this week. Most have been spending all my time in coloring little pictures and being satisfied with that. So kind of boring, but hey, it's the truth. Yeah, that's me done.
Think about it. It's been a while since I play Minesweeper. Like, again, it doesn't come with a computer anymore, so I guess I found
Yeah.
other ways to procrastinate. I did enjoy more like the what's its name? The pinball one. though Minesweeper
Oh
was
yeah,
nice.
the space cadet one.
Yeah, this was cadet one.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
was a quality game too.
yeah,
That's what's so shitty about it. Like, even I used to play a lot of Solitaire. I used to play a lot of Hearts. Free Cell was another one that came with Windows,
yeah.
another card game. I
Spider
played the shit out of
Solitaire
all of
too.
those games. Yeah, and it's so disappointing that they're now apps with ads.
Yeah, it's horrible.
The Mahjong game they had, like the Solitaire Mahjong game, that was good. Yeah, very
So
disappointed.
very disappointed. Instead, we have this fucking AI thing that I can't take off of my computer.
Well, and especially because they've already done it. Like, they've already nailed Minesweeper. They just need to port it to Windows 11 and 10, basically. Like, which I guess obviously it costs money and it takes resources, and I understand all that. But they've done the hard work. They've got the game sitting there on previous versions of Windows. They could just port it across fairly easily. I'm guessing. I know there's work involved. I'm not saying there's no development needed, but surely it's easier when you've already got a version sitting there ready to go. That's, perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems silly to me. But there you go. Let's move on. Are you ready, Paula? Are you ready to prove who has the best memory out of us both? Which I'm not feeling very confident about. But this is it. This is the deciding guess the game tournament, competition, whatever we want to call it, round.
Yeah.
It's going to be intense because
the tiebreaker.
The tiebreaker, yes. Because, dear listeners, the way it's going to work is we're going to quiz each other 3 times. So, and we're going to take it in turns. So I'll quiz Paula, or Paula will quiz me, and then I'll quiz her back, and then she'll quiz me, and so in the end, we'll have the same scoring. So if you get it on the first clue, you get 3 points. If you get it on the second one, you get 2 points. If you get it on the third one, you get 1 point for each one. Hopefully it won't turn out to be even, because we're doing
we will need to do another round.
Then yeah, we'll do a special bonus round if we do. But I suspect we might come out with a winner at the end, who will be crowned the grand champion of season 3's Guess the Game. So, I don't know. Do you want to go first, Paula? I'll give you the choice. Would you rather guess or quiz first?
Let me guess first.
All right, let's do it. As usual, I'm incredibly nervous that anything I give you, you'll just get within 1 second, because that has happened way too often for my liking. But that's okay. All right. So this first game, which, yeah, I'm not even going to say if it should be easy or not, but I'm selecting a comment. I did have one, but now I lost it, of course. Okay, we're going to start with a fairly difficult comment, or at least I think it is, but hey, who knows? We'll see. This person took 23 hours on a main story completion, and their comment was normal difficulty, casual. Had trouble with chapter 24 and had to retry a few times.
Is it Fire Emblem Awakening?
No, it is not Fire Emblem Awakening.
Is it... there's 3 Fates games. Is it Conquest? No, Birthright. Or Conquest?
Pick one.
Okay, Birthright?
No, Conquest.
Yeah, it has to be Conquest.
God damn it. I thought that would be a really hard one too.
I mean...
What gave it away?
There's a lot of Fire Emblem games, though the only the ones on that 3DS are the ones that are short enough on normal casual difficulty that it would take like 20 or so hours. And they are also like around 24, 25 chapters each.
So is like normal casual, is that like a combination thing?
It's a combination because you have easy, normal, and hard for like the, I guess, usual difficulty options.
Right.
And you also have Lunatic and Lunatic Pass, but those bring back memories.
Damn Damn.
But also,
Yeah.
it had to be Conquest because Chapter 24 was a doozy. It couldn't be Echoes because of how Echoes is separated with two protagonists. And then it joins, and I don't remember if they had like a proper numerical order, but I think they didn't. It had to be either Awakening or Fates.
All right. So.
Oh, and casual, it means that your units are not. There's no permadeath. Classic, there's permadeath.
Gotcha. Well, congratulations. That was exactly what I didn't want to happen, but
Whoops.
You've done well. Showing why you won the last round easily. So 3 points to kick off. And yeah, let's turn the table, see if I can represent on my own level.
Okay. I am picking a comment. There's one that is quite sassy, so I think I'm gonna go with that one.
Always a fan of a sassy comment.
Yeah. Okay, so this person took 16 hours. 16 hours. To finish the main story. And their comment says, London is cool, but story and combat are shit.
Did Watch Dogs Legion?
No.
Oh. What else is set in London? Assassin's Creed Syndicate?
It is.
Nice. I was just trying to think of London games. That was a good giveaway, yeah. Because there's not actually as many as you might think that I've played anyway.
No, there aren't that many.
Like, I can think of maybe, those two and maybe a couple more if I stretched, I feel like. But even off the top of my head, I can't think of it. So I'm sure they exist. Just, yeah. Syndicate. One of my favorites, if not my favorite Assassin's Creed game as well. So I have replayed it a number of times.
Ta-da. Well then.
Alrighty. 3 points apiece. That's a good start. I'm happy with that. I don't feel quite so stupid. So let's try. I think the ones I've got for you, I think might get harder as well. But I say that and then I don't know because you'll go, oh no, that comment just gives it away completely.
Whoops.
So we shall see. Anyway. All right. Game 2, Paula. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, this game is significantly shorter than Fire Emblem. This person has completed it in 1 hour 45 minutes for the main story completion.
Okay.
And their comments, or their comment, which I'm nervous about, says completed main achievements through till Empire.
What?
Completed main achievements through till Empire.
Could you send the comment, please?
I will type that out for you.
Through till Empire. Main achievements. What the fuck is a main achievement?
Yeah, exactly.
Through till Empire. Okay, let me think a little bit. What does it mean? I will tell you,
their 1 hour 45 is on the quicker side, but there's a huge variance on completion times for this game.
Fine, huge variance.
So the quickest is about an hour, the longest is about 8 hours.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
So there's a lot of difference.
Is it what the fuck name was? Like, I have the picture, like, I have it in my mind, like a screenshot of the game, and I'm currently.
What does it look like?
You sweep cards with decisions like right and left.
Not like Reigns?
Reigns, yeah.
Yeah, it's not Reigns.
Oh, it's not Reigns. None of the series then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not any of the Reigns games.
Yeah.
Good games though.
Okay, it's not that one. The Empire thing is kind of like it should tell me something.
It definitely, even without me knowing, I know it hints at, like, Empire hints at something.
Yeah. Through Till Empire. Achievements. It's probably a PC game. It doesn't tell me much.
There's a few of them, yeah.
There's a few of them.
But, you know, depends how many PC games you played. I know you play a lot, but yeah.
Actually. And that makes no sense for a grand start of the year, like something like that. And it has to be my completions, so it cannot be any Age of Empire game. And even then, I don't think you can get too far in like an hour. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Is it Long Live the Queen?
It is not.
Princess Maker?
Nope. I will let you know that you completed this game in 6 hours and 54 minutes.
Kingdom?
Nope.
Okay, give me another clue.
So this one again has a key little bit of information, but might be difficult. We'll see. This person completed a main plus sides in 4 hours and 30 minutes. All achievements except minus 100 in one placement.
Oh, is it oh, this one, is it not Islanders, I think it was called?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Islanders it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't have got it with the first one. No way.
Yeah, there's
in hell.
a couple of comments that mention reaching an empire, because I assume you can build your island up to an empire.
Yeah, that part I completely forgot. And I'm still not quite sure what that means. But I did get the achievement of minus 100 in one's placement, I think.
Nice. Oh, 2 points for that one.
2
I like how
points
this
for
is
that
tracking.
Okay. Let me check. I'm scared because this one might be too easy now that I think about it.
Nah, surely not.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this on hold. Oh well, I don't think I have a good comment for this one. Let me re-roll one of the games, goddammit.
That's cool. I still love looking at all the comments, because shout out to the How Long to Beat community for writing a huge variety of comments on the games. So, you know, really gives you a feel for the ins and outs of the games. And it's interesting, some of them have a lot of common factors, others, like, you wouldn't know it's the same game anyway. So it's always fun to do. If anyone listening hasn't ever done it, try checking out your favorite game and looking at the completions and just reading all the comments, because some of them can be pretty good.
Okay, this could be it. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. So this user took 1 hour and 43 minutes on completing the main story.
Oh, damn.
And the comment says, "It's not the most innovative shooter I played in years."
Most innovative what?
Shooter.
Shooter, okay.
Yeah, I sent you the comment.
Ah, great. Not the most innovative shooter I've played in years. Okay, well, I'm guessing it's probably a first-person shooter then, rather than other types of shmups or anything. I'm guessing it might be one of the kind of retro-inspired shooters that I've played in the last couple of years, maybe. Because I've played a few. So I could guess maybe it's like... Is it Warhammer 40,000 Bolt Gun?
No.
Well, I think that would take a lot longer than an hour and 43 minutes, to be fair. Is it actually... I think was Forgive Me Father?
No.
Although I'd say that's pretty innovative. I wouldn't call that not innovative. Oh, what's that other one that was good, but I think it took a bit longer? Iron something. It was tied in with that other game, Bombshell. It's the same character, but it was a first-person shooter version.
So, the main story on average is 2 hours and a half, so this user took a little bit shorter.
I mean, I did play a game called Vomitorium, but that was very innovative, so if it is that, I'll be very disappointed.
It is not.
Okay, good, because that would be an insult to Vomitorium. Shooters though, shooters that are only short.
It's kind of interesting, the comment. It's like someone told them it was innovative and they're like, no.
Yeah. I'm like, what were they expecting? Yeah. Yeah, because it's short. That's what. Oh, I really want to look. I'm not going to, but I really want to look up what this title is. 'Cause I don't think it is that, but it. Innovative shooter. Okay, it wouldn't be. I mean, unless it's like an old Doom or something, but I don't see why they. That comment doesn't seem to fit with that.
It is not.
Not the most. Yeah. I've played in years. That's why it makes me think of like a retro shooter, like they're comparing it to older stuff and saying, yeah, it's not that much better or different. Like it's just old school. I'm going to need another comment.
Okay.
I'm not coming up with anything at the moment.
Okay, let me find another comment because I was trying to find the third game.
What else have I played? The only ones I can think of are ones that are definitely innovative. I mean, I guess Bombshell could be a shooter. It's an isometric shooter, but it's not Bombshell, is it?
It is not.
No. I think that would take longer as well.
Oh, this one will throw you for a loop. But I think it's gonna be like that giveaway. It says Katana only challenge 100% and some secrets. 50% achievements.
Oh, Katana only challenge.
Oh, this person took 4 hours and a half for their main plus sites.
Katana? What have I played that has a katana? Oh, man. Because I immediately think of something like Shadow Warrior, but I've never finished a Shadow Warrior game, so it's definitely not one of them.
It's kind of fun, though.
Is it, I mean, you can tell me if you don't want to answer it, but does it have iron in the title? Like ION?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have
It's not that one I'm thinking of, okay. I'll have to look up that one, but later. Which game has a katana? That sounds familiar. It's not like, I want to say, it's not like a Hotline Miami.
No.
Something similar where because there's something similar, I think, where you get a sword.
Oh my god!
Chop.
Did you screw with your mind with that one?
It might have. I'm trying to remember any FPSs that have katanas, but I can't remember anything.
Oh my god!
But then maybe it's not an FPS I'm thinking, but then maybe it is because as soon as I started thinking of other things, you're like, you suck. But okay, focus. Let me think. Katanas. Could it be something like Super Hot?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, it is Super Hot.
That was literally. I remember there are katanas in Super Hot. Maybe I'll guess that. Not the most innovative shooter gets stuffed.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna be like, fuck you, sir, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but whoever wrote that comment is wrong. Unless they've been playing some super innovative shit that I want to know about, because damn, Superhot was rad. It was super fresh.
Yeah, oh my god. Why? Okay, I haven't actually played it because motion sickness, but I've seen people playing it and it looks super fun.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Like, I can see why it's not everyone's cup of tea, and it's not like it's the best game ever, but
It is innovative, yeah.
Innovative is what it is. Like,
that's the name of the game.
It's just about, it's not much else other than being innovative. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, hour and 43 minutes. Man, they ripped through that as well. So
yeah,
interesting. All right. Well, we're even again. 3 points, 2 points, both ways. All right. Let's see how you go with this last one. This one could be much. Oh, I got to stop saying this. Could be much more difficult. In fact, this first comment is going to be very difficult. Get your real thinking caps on. This is a 45-minute playthrough of main story, and the comment just says, "Made me cry," with about 5 Y's on the cry.
Is it a short hike?
It is not.
Okay, it's a short game. I made them cry.
Which I know is very loose, but hey, we're going hard for this final round.
Yeah, let me think a little bit. What was the name of these games? What was the name of the game? Like, I'm thinking of an itch.io game or game series. It's kind of like a visual novel, but with some adventuring going on. And it has, like, I guess, anthropomorphic animals, and one of them is like more like people with ears kind of thing. Was it Treat the name of the wolf boy?
I'll help you out. I don't think it's what you're describing.
Okay. Does the title have forest in the name?
Have forest? Is that what you meant? Like woods?
Yeah.
No.
Forest Secret, was it?
No, it does not have forest in the name.
Okay. You said it wasn't a short hike.
And this person's 45-minute is pretty much bang on the average.
Oh, okay.
And there's not a lot of variation on this time.
So not a lot of variation, so it's quite linear for the main story at the release. Like, damn, there are a lot of games that made me cry, so I'm like at a loss here.
I know, as I said, it was going to be harder, so it's more the time is more the thing, perhaps, with a sad game.
Oh, is it a Street Cat's Tale?
It is not.
Is it? It cannot be in Bento. That's a lot longer. Bemba,
Did
maybe?
that make you cry? Sorry?
Bemba?
Bemba? No, it is not Bemba.
I think Bemba was longer, but it was worth a try.
Definitely made me cry.
Yeah. Is it? I think it was My Lady.
Nope.
No. Why do I feel like I should be getting it?
Well, you do know this game.
I mean,
You've
yeah,
played
I completed it. What's actually my time on it?
Your time? I may or may not tell you.
Oh, maybe, or not a spoiler.
Let me look it up. Yeah, you did a main story completion. You took a little bit longer. Only a little bit, but a little bit.
Okay.
And I'll tell you more about that later if we get into more details.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it. Like, Oh. Like I want to know, but I don't want the other clue, but I kind of want to know. Okay, give me the other clue.
So this clue might give you way more information because
Okay.
it's definitely not as vague. This person on a main plus sides took 43 minutes, so about the same amount of time again.
Okay.
And their comment is, tried to avoid mum calls to no avail.
What?
Tried to avoid mum calls to no avail. I've popped it in the chat if you need to refer to that.
Mom as in mother or what?
Yeah, as in MOM, so this person's obviously American.
Oh. What the hell does that mean? I don't think that's the Cecilia Richards game because her games are shorter. Try to avoid mom calls. What the fuck? Yeah, like what the hell?
I can tell you, I have also played this game and finished it. And I think we've actually talked about this game in the past. Not as like one well, maybe I played it while we've been doing the podcast. But I think you played it much earlier. I'll tell you as well, you gave it a 10 out of 10.
I like it that much? What the hell?
Yeah, well, and when you know what it is, you'll know why.
Okay, so it is 45 minutes, not hours. Just making sure. It's a very short game.
You took 53 minutes.
Oh, because it's been on like in the extravaganza or something. It can't be a tiny sticker tail, can it?
Nope, I have not played that one.
Oh, right. You have to play that.
No, that's cool, but you know, I think I've got that to play though because I think, yeah, I do. I've got it free on Amazon.
I kind of want to bang my head against the table at this point.
It's a rough one. You have my sympathy because I'm not making it easy. So.
My vengeance, my will come. Do not worry, sir.
Exactly.
Mom calls, like what the hell? So it seems that your mother can call you.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you are able to avoid her calls, though.
Well, this person was unable to.
Yeah.
Them annoying parents. Am I right?
Oh, the 45 minutes or 53 that I took, it's really throwing me off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me the last hint.
All right, last hint. 100% completion. I'm going to give you a few hints because, like, you know, what the comments are not necessarily great. For 100%. So I'll give you lots of information. But the one comment I'm going to use, this person took 40 minutes, and they said it's a beautiful short game about relationships and life.
Okay.
I'm also going to throw in though that this is not only published but also developed by Annapurna Interactive.
Okay, wait. Okay, go on.
They publish a lot of stuff, but they actually developed this one as well.
Yeah,
it came out in 2018.
It's not the librarian.
Nope.
Oh, is that game? I cannot remember the game for the fuck of me, but is it the one game? I do remember it's kind of like is it a pixel art side scroller? You're going like through this city, and I remember you're talking to people, and I think it was a friend. I think you used to be pregnant. I don't know. Something happened there.
Not sure.
Remember it was raining, and
some of that could apply.
she visit the protagonist visit a graveyard, methinks.
It's the award-winning lead designer of Monument Valley made this, if that helps.
I think it is, but I can't remember the name. And it is.
The title is literally a name.
It is a name.
Like, it is the main character's name.
Oh. What Oh, this is stupid.
I'll read you some of the blurb, but I'll obviously leave out the title.
Of course.
So this game is an interactive storybook from the award-winning lead designer of Monument Valley.
Interactive storybook, you say?
That's actually quite revealing. I'll give you a little snippet extra as well. It's about the heart-racing highs and heartbreaking lows of a young woman's very first love.
Yeah, it is the game that I'm thinking about. Like, I think it is. Or not. Oh.
I can tell you it's not pixel art.
Oh, it's not. Maybe it's quite similar, but not.
It has a very kind of illustrative aesthetic. Like the illustrated scenes. That's the one. We got there.
Yeah, I was thinking like about another game, but it was not.
Yep, well done. Yeah, I played it too, and brilliant little game. I agree with your 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was a very brilliant. I love that game. I agree with my past self.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how
I kind of wish I could unplay it so I could play it again.
Right?
Because it was that good as a kind of first time playing.
Yeah, the call thing was tripping me off, but anyway.
Yeah, I seem to remember there are some bits where like your mum calls and it's like a stressful part of your life.
Yeah.
So that person playing it obviously tried to not answer them, but I think you just have to anyway because it's fairly linear. Like there's not a lot of side to side on the whole game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
The one thing I didn't know, which from doing this, was that it was developed by Annapurna Interactive and basically driven by the lead designer of Monument Valley, which is interesting and not surprising because it's the same sort of quality. I really like Monument Valley as well, so there we go. All right, so there's currently 1 point in it, which is kind of ideal, I guess.
Kind of rough for me.
Well, I did try to go like easier to harder, so I'm kind of satisfied with the fact that it literally went that way with points.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, the problem that I'm having here is that I'm either having like things that no one has played, so there's no comments, or the comments that are there are either too spoilery or saying nothing.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, this is why I remember when Everdread was putting together the How Long to Beat the game that is on How Long to Beat. Part of someone mentioned, you should try, or maybe I did mention something like, it'd be cool if we could do one with the comments. And Everdread basically joked as well and said, yeah, but you'd get some random thing like, what game is this? And it's like, fucking crap, retired, 0 points. And that's all you'd get. And it's like, yeah, we do actually curate a lot of these questions. So
yeah,
it can't be put down to a random bit of programming, unfortunately.
Yeah, otherwise, whatever the hell will you get?
Yeah, and even the games that, like Florence or anything, there's heaps of comments that are just not very useful for guessing the game. Or they're too blatant.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Funnily enough, when people are writing comments on their completions, they're not trying to make them quiz questions. Or clues.
Who would have thought?
I know, right? I mean, yeah. My comment for Florence was just basically 1 playthrough, all achievements. That was my comment. So that's not helpful either.
So, in this comment, I don't know if it's gonna say much, but this person took 8 hours and 7 minutes for the main story and says I did not complete a significant part of the end game. So my time would be substantially lower than others. Yeah.
That is suitably cryptic, yes. Okay, so what does that tell me?
8 hours and 7 minutes.
What was the time again?
The
8
average
hours?
is 12.
Okay, so that's pretty average game length anyway. And there's obviously something you can do in the end game that could take a while, but you can obviously skip it.
It seems that way.
Could it be in the end game as well? Okay. I mean, could it be something like Lies of P?
It is not.
Okay, that was a bit of a stab in the dark, but there's a significant endgame section in that game. Or it makes me think it could be something like maybe like an open world game where there's heaps of stuff to finish off in the end game, or like extra collectibles or something that you could do, or you could just like skip all that and go straight to the end.
You will get nothing from me right now.
I know I haven't earned any favors, have I?
Oh, don't worry. It's okay. It's okay.
So let me say a Saints Row game, maybe?
It is not.
Shake of the head there. I feel like there's, I've got that feeling of something on the peripheries that's singing out to me going, maybe it's this. But I can't think of anything. What about 8 to 12 hours-ish, average is 12. Stuff to do in the end. Can you read the comment again, sorry?
It says, I did not complete a significant part of the end game, so my time would be substantially lower than others.
Right, so I did not complete a significant part of the end game. Yeah, it definitely makes me feel like there's quests or something that can be missed, or you can obviously skip parts or not complete them, obviously. It's literally what he says. Are we thinking? No. Maybe there's something with a bit of backtracking involved. Significant parts of the end game. I mean, it could be like oh no, that's way too short. I was going to say it could be like an MMO, but not with those times.
It ain't it, Chief.
That'd be a pretty shit MMO if you can get through it in 8 hours. Significant end game. So it's a game with a definite ending then as well. It's not like an open thing.
No, it's not I mean, it has an ending.
Yeah, that's what, like, not speaking genre-wise, just, it's not like, I was thinking like, it's not like a farming simulator or something where there is no end,
It isn't.
But I feel like it sounds kind of open-worldy. I'm going to keep that in the back of my head, though. Yep, hit me with another one. Not enough.
Yeah, let me... yeah, I'm on the way of... Okay, this person took 13 hours and 30 minutes and says both endings.
Damn. Oh, it's not Atomic Heart.
It is not.
Oh, it just popped into my head because I literally just finished it, so...
I imagine as such, but
Could probably do it in about 13 hours, I guess, but anyway. Both endings. Okay, so we're limiting it to 2, because why would you say both if there were multiple more? Which is bad grammar, but you know what I mean. So we've got 2 endings. So it's obviously a choice you make or something, I'm guessing. Can you read that one again?
both endings.
That's literally all it says.
That's literally all it says.
Damn, I thought there was more.
No. That's it.
Yeah, that doesn't tell me shit. Missed a significant part of the end game, and there's 2 endings. I mean, is it a Grand Theft Auto game?
It is
maybe?
not.
Is it like Life is Strange?
It is not.
Even though I don't think you can skip much there, but anyway. Yeah, this is way too generic. No idea. I can't get anything off them. That doesn't tell me anything. Give me another one.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give you a comment from Main Story again because I was reading the ones from 100% and it didn't say shit.
That's all right. The other ones haven't said shit either. So
I mean, yeah, but it didn't. It said something, I guess. Anyway. Okay, for your I kind of like played some of this game. I haven't finished it. It says
right.
Bad ending, just 1 boss and 9 missing pages.
Pages.
This person took
like
the grand total of 11 hours and 49 minutes.
Right. Pages. Bad ending, cheese the boss, 9 missing pages. Where do you collect pages? Oh man. I mean, it makes me think of Mist, but it's obviously not Mist because there's no bosses or anything in Mist.
No, it is not Mist.
There is a bad ending though. In fact, there's 2 bad endings, but anyway. I feel like missing pages is a big thing though. That's ringing a bell.
Yeah. I think we talked about this game in the podcast. Not as I played it during our podcast, but or did I talk about it with the others? I don't
know. Missing pages. That sounds familiar though. Like you'd have to find Oh, what was that game? No bosses in that. In Harold Halibut, you fill out a journal with pages, but there's definitely no boss fights in that game.
Some people are also talking about puzzles.
Puzzles, you say? And pages.
Bosses.
I feel like pages should say something. Like,
it really should.
Like I feel like that's like, you know, that it sounds like the kind of game where you've got like a book or something that you lose the pages and then you have to find them later and they tell you stuff or whatever. Oh, I don't know if there's boss fights. Is there boss fights? Anyway, is it Tunic?
Yeah.
It is Tunic.
It is Tunic.
You know, I don't even remember there being boss fights in that freaking game. But anyway.
Beautiful.
I've definitely played it. I think it was I could be wrong, but I think it was like a game of the month maybe in the last couple of years.
I think it was. Yeah, but I haven't finished it. I don't think I've run into a like quote unquote boss. I've run into some strong enemies, but no more than that.
And the end game thing, that's an interesting one.
The one thing that was kind of interesting that I didn't know it has more than one ending.
Yeah. That seems familiar for some reason. But the pages thing was a big deal because, well, one of the gripes I have with Tunic as a game, anyway, it's a really good game. I really liked it. But it took me about half the game to actually realize that collecting the pages told you how to play the game.
Yep.
And there were certain parts of the game that I didn't even realize you could do, like upgrade your health. So I was playing on hard mode for like most of the game because I didn't upgrade anything. I didn't upgrade my health. I didn't upgrade my stamina or, you know, I was just playing on base stats until I found the page that told me how to do that. And then I was like, oh,
ta-da!
Shit. All right, special bonus round.
Yeah, I think I have a game for you.
Because we are tied. Okay, quick bonus round. For this round, as a decider, I reckon. What do you reckon? We do limited guesses.
We could do like a couple, 2 or 3 guesses, like
for each comment.
Yeah, for each comment.
So yeah, so you get 3 guesses per comment, and if you don't get it, it's a 0.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like after 3 different comments. Yeah, so you've got 9 guesses all up, but if you don't get it in those guesses, it's a 0. Hopefully one of us will get one of them at least.
Hopefully.
So, okay, this you know, this might be quick anyway. So this game, for main story, 54 minutes.
Okay.
And the comment says, pretty short, but it's a fighting game.
Like, I don't remember if it's the exact title because this game has been re-released from to Hell and Back. But the Street Fighter 2 on the Switch version that I played. No? What fighting games can I play? Holy crap.
That's what I thought. It could be a good comment for you because...
Oh, is it Persona 4 Arena?
It is not. There's 2 of 3 guesses for this first comment.
Can you read the comment again?
Pretty short, but it's a fighting game.
Pretty short, but it's a fighting game.
54 minutes was the completion time.
It's almost like they're surprised that it's so short, but anyway. Or like...
I'll tell you, the average for main story is 2 hours. So they did about half that time.
Is it Pokken Tournament?
It is not.
Okay, next one.
Next clue for main plus size.
I think I might know, but here, give me the...
So, This person's main plus size was 65 hours.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, much longer than the 54 minutes of the first one. And their comment was, unlocked a good chunk of the weapons and played all the modes.
Is it ARMS?
It is ARMS. Congratulations. The Nintendo Switch game.
Yeah,
ARMS.
I realized after I wasted my 3 tries.
That's all right. Well, that's a nice middle ground kind of score of another 2 points for you. So maybe I'll be able to squeeze in one way or the other and we'll have a decider.
Yeah, let me check real quick because I have a couple of options, but I need to to check we actually have actual comments here. This person took 4 hours to finish the main story, and they said they reached, I guess, 1 ending out of 6.
1 out of 6, 4 hours. Holy moly. 6 endings, you say? That makes me feel like it might be maybe like a visual novel kind of thing. Maybe. Gotta think about these guesses though, don't I? Because
they're limited.
You don't want to just throw out random things. So I'm thinking out loud. Could be like maybe something like a Life is Strangey type game that has more endings, perhaps. Because obviously 6 endings, you've got some choices in there. You've got some different branches to follow. So it's something along those lines. And it's only 4 hours, did you say?
Only 4 hours. Or this person took 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
Let me check. Oh, it's just... yeah, that's actually the average.
Nice. So yeah, so 1 route probably takes 4 hours, but obviously to do 6, it might take significantly longer. 6 different endings though. So it's not something like a Walking Dead or something, because they have pretty straight up endings. They just have different choices along the way. Even things like Until Dawn, that kind of thing, even though we've already done that in the past, but yeah, they don't have different endings as such, they just have dead people. Different endings though. Oh, could it be 4 hours? Oh, that's quite tight though, isn't it? Like, don't think that would be like a Heavy Rain or something, or a Detroit, because I think although maybe you could get through it in 4 hours. I will guess Heavy Rain.
No.
Oh, okay. I think it would take longer than 4 hours anyway, but I seem to remember there's probably about 6 endings to that game. But forget about that one. That's wrong anyway. But it could be a David Cage game, but then they tend to take a bit longer, so probably not. 6 endings, 4 hours. So 4 hours for 1. Interesting. I'm pretty much blanking out a fair bit here, so let me think. No, I haven't. I was thinking of another David Cage game, but I haven't actually finished it, so it wouldn't be on there. Multiple ending. You know what? I'm not even going to guess. I'm just going to say hit me with the next one, because I cannot think of anything.
Yeah, let me pick one, because I kind of want to give you like a better clue. Holy fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna...
I mean, if you want to add to it, you can always just add information about the game if you want to, but that's up to you.
Yeah, this one I actually played. That's, I'm gonna say in the front, but I'm gonna blank this one particular word.
Okay.
It says 2 out of 12 achievements, ending blank, and the other where you just water the plant. Both equally bland and boring.
Now I think it's a Cube Escape game. They have about 12 achievements in those games, from memory. But 6 different endings? Again, that's confusing me. Okay, guess number 1.
Okay.
Is it Cube Escape Seasons?
Okay, it is not Cube Escape Seasons.
Okay, guess number 2. Is it... I don't think it is, but is it Strange Horticulture?
It is not.
4 hours, 6 endings. The one where you just water the plant. Where do you just maybe I never did that ending, so I don't know. Just water the plant. Again, it sounds like it should tell me more than I think it is telling me, which I guess is the whole point. One where you just water the plant. Fucking hell. So you've played it.
I played it. And I'm gonna say, I think there's actually like a 7th ending that is like secret.
Oh.
And I actually got that one.
I mean, just watering a plant makes me feel like it's a Cube Escape game, but I don't know.
Take into account that this one is fairly long.
4 hours? I guess Cube Escape games are typically like, a couple of hours, aren't they? Yeah. So I can't even remember the title of the other ones, but maybe it's a Rusty Lake type game. Yep. I mean, I can't get away from it being like in the Rusty Lake series, but part of that's because I know you've played them as well.
Yeah, my final clue is gonna be, it is not a Rusty game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you get your mind out of there and don't waste your final.
It saves me that one guess, otherwise I would have guessed like a Rusty Lake game. So, something else. 4 hours. And you said 4 hours is a bit long as well. Or is that just in regards to Cube Escape, maybe? Golly gosh. Something I've obviously played, you've played, we've all played. That just watering the plant is really doing my head in. I feel like it should be the key to the kingdom, but man, it probably is too. What games do you water plants? I can't even come up with a guess at the moment, let alone one that I think is correct. Oh, this might be this might be it. This might be where I fall behind. Watering plants. Yeah, I am fucked. Take me home. Take me to the next clue, the final clue.
Okay. I'm gonna give you like the comment, but also I'm gonna give you like a couple of extra hints.
Alright, I might need them at this point.
Still, why don't you just stick against whatever? Maybe you land on it.
Well, I'm trying to think of the only guesses I can come up with are ones that I'm pretty sure you don't water any plants in. So, like ever. So I'm thinking watering plants. I mean, okay, I'll have a guess. Is it Frog Detective?
It is not.
Okay, there we go. I don't even know if you water a plant in that game, but I thought maybe you do.
Okay. I really like this comment because it says a lot, but at the same time kind of don't.
Nice.
It seems this person originally took 5 hours and 48 minutes, but the time they put into here is 4 hours and 48 minutes because it says no hints, subtracting an hour because progress was impeded by a bug. Open parenthesis, bedroom light switch stayed same on second flip.
Oh, it's fucking it's the one with Willem Dafoe, and Daisy Ridley and James McAvoy. 12 minutes?
Yeah, it is. My next clue was gonna say that I fucking hated it.
I couldn't remember how many minutes it was. That's why I was stalling a bit there. Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. 12 minutes. Yeah, shit ending. Interesting game, but didn't
Shit
land
ending.
for me.
Yeah.
Like, the true ending was garbage. But the actual... I liked the idea behind it and the whole replaying time, unlocking puzzles as you go kind of thing, and finding more information and having to use that on the next time you go through it. Yeah, good idea. Just didn't
Horrible
land in the end.
execution, yeah.
Yeah, like it was all right up until that point that I'm sure you know of where it goes fucking off the rails.
Yeah, I remember we actually talked about, we did a spoiler cast on it on the last season, so...
Yeah, that sounds familiar, yeah. Well, that means I scored 3, 2, 1... No, yes, 3, 2, 1, 1, giving me a grand total score of 5, 6, 7. But Paula, you have scored 3, 2, 1, 2, which gives you a grand total score of 8 points for this
Yeah.
finale decider, final showdown of Guess the Game. Congratulations, you are the official Guess the Game champion of Season 3.
I am
Well done.
very happy about it. Yeah, I was exactly looking for that one.
Yeah. So there we go. That's it. Wrapped up. It's official.
And this is why we don't do like more than one guess on each episode, because holy crap, I'm drained.
My brain is not working anymore. Not that it was necessary to begin with, but it is definitely bedtime. So let's wrap it up there, I reckon.
Yeah. And with that, dear listeners, that's our second to last episode of the HLTB podcast season 3. We'll have something special for next week, I guess. To make
Maybe.
it so we go out with a bang and not a whimper, I guess.
Yeah. We'll try. I can't
We'll
remember.
try.
I'm so brain dead right now, honestly. There'll be another episode.
Yeah, I'll let you go to sleep, and I have to go to shore. So yeah.
But yeah, as always, thanks everyone for listening. If you are interested in perhaps taking part in the podcast, or picking it up for season 4 sometime, in any kind of format, any kind of schedule, any kind of method that you may be interested in, do get in touch, because we can share all the goodies with you, and it'll be nice to see it picked up at some point, if not immediately, but some point in the future. So yeah, keep an eye out for if you have any ideas or anything, let us know on Discord or on the forum, or at HLTB podcast@gmail.com.
Yeah,
That sound about right? Yeah.
that sounds about right. Methinks. Not that I wasn't like looking at the wall, or that very interesting spot in the wall. But anyway.
But yeah, for now that'll do us, I think, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye bye.
Adios.